I had to break it down to Mr. X that in as much as he thought his medication was the reason why he was having struggles in the bedroom, it was not his medication, but rather it was the diabetes. Can I tell you a little bit about Mr. X? Mr. X came into my clinic worried that one of his medications that he's taking was causing him to have erectile dysfunction. Of course, I listened to Mr. X because it's an important topic for him. When I looked at Mr. X's history, his HbA1c, so his diabetic levels, have been raised for quite a while. When I mean quite a while, I mean quite a while. So his diabetes was out of control. His HbA1c was well in the 70s, and at some point it was going into the hundreds and then back to the 70s. Examining his history and looking at the graphs, he's not had a good control for the last 5 years. Now, I had to break it down to Mr. X that in as much as he thought his medication was the reason why he was having struggles in the bedroom, it was not his medication, but rather it was the diabetes. Dear men, when we say that prevention is better than cure, we mean prevention is better than cure. When you have diabetes and your diabetes is not in control, it means that after a while, the nerve endings in your body, and that includes your genital area, start to get affected. Some people get pins and needles, some people cannot feel their feet, and in men, erectile dysfunction starts to happen. You're in the bedroom and your lady's waiting and nothing can happen because it's just not going to go up. I'm sorry. Diabetes, the way it affects different people is different. One person might have an eyesight issue, another person might have something to do with their kidneys, some people might have all of it, and some people might not have any. But uncontrolled blood sugar levels can lead to so many complications. Now, how did I break it down to Mr. X? I had to explain to him that, look at this graph. Your blood sugar level has not even been within your target for a very long time. So that's the reason why you're having these problems. Mr. X was complaining that it didn't matter what medications we gave him to help him in the bedroom, it still was not working. So Mr. X asked me, if you now treat my diabetes and my blood glucose levels and my HbA1c comes within target, does that mean that the erectile dysfunction that I experience is actually going to turn around and is going to get healed? Unfortunately, the answer is no, Mr. X. Because once there is already a decline in that area, the nerve endings, we can't resurrect your nerve endings. So the erectile dysfunction may not progress, but is it going to get better? The answer is no. Is it going to get worse? We don't know. If we treat your HbA1c and we treat the diabetes and the levels come down, does that mean that the nerve endings of the delicate area is going to get better? Possibly not. Now, what can we do for Mr. X? Fine, we can treat his HbA1c. In terms of his genital area, can I do anything about it? Possibly not. The best I can do is refer him to urology, so people who look at that area and they can, in their specialism, see what else they can do for him. But in terms of the diabetes, it is still very important that we get his blood glucose level within target range. When I mean target range, I mean if we do not get his blood glucose levels within target range, other things can happen. It can lead to diabetic kidney disease, his eyes might get affected, he might get things like a heart attack or even a stroke. We don't want that to happen. So in his case, he was more concerned about his genital areas because he wanted the activities in the bedroom to continue. But I can't do anything about it. But I had to explain to him that it was very important that we still got his blood glucose levels within normal range, because you don't want to have a stroke, you don't want to have a heart attack, you don't want your kidneys to have a problem. Prevention is better than cure. Can people live with diabetes and live well with diabetes? The answer is yes, they can. The truth of the matter is that the sooner we start to treat your diabetes, the better it is for you, and the less complications that is likely going to happen. Diabetes is not just about sugar, it encompasses everything about the body. Now, this video is not intended to put fear in anybody. But there are people that live with diabetes and live well with diabetes. Because remember, there's so many types of diabetes. It's not diabetes is my fault. Diabetes is never a fault of anyone. There are situations that can lead you to diabetes. Can diabetes be cured? Diabetes can go into remission for certain types of diabetes. But in terms of curing, it goes into remission is what I would say. Mr. X left my clinic. Happy? I wouldn't say happy. At least he left my clinic with more information. So we were able to come up with a plan on what to do, looked at his diet, looked at what he was eating, looked at his medication, which included insulin. We looked at his blood glucose control, and then we talked about how we adjust the insulin and the medications to aid better control. Now, I'll continue to see Mr. X in my clinic over a period of time until we get his control where we want it to be. But unfortunately with Mr. X, there is nothing I can do about the erectile dysfunction except refer him to urology. So if you're a man listening to this, it's not a scare tactic. If you live with diabetes and your control is not good, you need to speak to your clinician so that we can start to do something about it. If your man down there is working for you, good on you. But if your control is not good, it can lead to complications. Now you can get to 90, nothing happens down there. However, other things may happen or may not happen. The most important thing is let us know what your HbA1c is. Get it in control by working with your healthcare team. I hope this story of Mr. X helps someone. If you've got any questions, feel free to ask us, leave us a comment, like this video, share it, and hit the subscribe button. See you again another time.